Alright, so what to do, YouTube? It's your boy Digital coming at y'all again with another video for today. And today we have a brand new news update for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Alright, so for those of you who didn't know, a new scan was just released to us a couple of days ago for Xenoverse 2, but just today it was translated by the people at shonengames.com. Shout out to them for this scan and its translation. So what I'll be doing is I'll post a link down in the description below to where you can go visit the article and look at the scans for yourself, because I'm not going to be reading every last thing off the scan. All I'm going to be doing is paraphrasing and also summarizing basically what the whole entirety of the scan is saying from each part, and then I'll just go from there. You guys can go to the article and read it for yourself and do whatever it is that you want to do. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the scan. So on the left we see, welcome to the Time Patrollers HQ, Conton City. So basically this is just telling us all the pieces of Conton City that we'll be able to venture to and what they all hold in store for us once we go and visit them. So the first thing that we see is the Namekian area. Now the Namekian area is just a place for, and it's just like, I guess, cosmetics, because it says that it's a beautiful farming area, but I don't think that we'll be doing any types of farming in a literal sense to where we'll just be, you know, like plowing and digging up dirt and stuff like that. Maybe we will, I don't know. There wasn't any details released within the scan that tell us that, but hopefully later on in the future, if there is, we'll be able to find out and we'll be known. And it will be known to us about this. So anyways, moving on, we have the Mushroom Desert. Now the Mushroom Desert is just basically tells us that there's something there waiting for us once we go there and visit. But 9 times out of 10, it's probably just, you know, the place where we go to do story mode missions and view cutscenes from the entirety of the story mode that we unlock once we progress through the story and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure that's all that is. Now moving on, we have the Bamboo Woods. The Bamboo Woods basically just tells us that, you know, we can go and get a mentor from here. So basically you can just go and choose a mentor that you want to train under and learn new moves and costumes from, or get costumes from, and also without having to respawn the map, because of the simple fact that in Xenoverse 1 you had to respawn the map every time just to find specific trainers and for them to randomly load up into certain parts of Toki City that you would have to go and get them from. So that makes getting the mentors in Xenoverse 2 a lot easier since they are at a specific destination. Now below that you also have the school, which tells us about what masters may be there. It doesn't tell us who, but it tells us that they are there. So maybe this is another place where we can go get mentors. But it also tells us in addition that we can go here and train and learn probably like pretty much how to do combos and how to, you know, apply supers into combos. That's pretty much just basically about it, just a training mode that we can have access to. Also below that we have the shopping area. Now the shopping area is just basically self-explanatory. You go there, you buy stuff, and it ranges from basically items to such as Z-Souls, costumes maybe, super moves, and maybe not Z-Souls, but Super Souls as they are called in this game, and capsules if they are in the game, which I hope is only for story mode. But anyways, moving on. Alright, so next you have the resort. Now I think the resort is just a place where you can go and just chill, and you can just sit there and wait until you know you have something to do. Maybe you have to wait on your friends to get into Conton City so y'all can go around and do crazy stuff. So maybe this is just a waiting place for you to just to wait at and stuff like that. It's pretty cosmetic, I guess you could say, because there doesn't really seem to be much to do. Maybe we can go fishing, I don't know, who knows, but yeah, we'll find out later on in life. So next you have the registration area, and that'll be the last piece. So the registration area is just basically where you team up with your friends to go online to do verses against other people, or to where you can go do parallel quests and the 6-player boss battles, which are called expert missions in this time around. So that's pretty much about it for the whole left and the right side of the scan, the whole top part. So moving on down to the bottom, we have basically the Great Ape's abilities and what it can do. Now what the Great Ape can do is 3 different types of moves called Brainwash, Scatter Attack, and Gigantic Energy Blast. Now the one that intrigues me the most is Brainwash, because in the trailer it shows us that we'll be able to fight a darker version of ourselves, and that's just basically what it's saying also in this scan. But it also adds in one extra little piece of news saying that we'll be able to turn the tide of battle, because Brainwash will make us go into the evil side and make us fight against the other Time Patrollers, which is very devastating, and I'll talk about that in a little bit later after I get done with the whole summary of this scan. So moving on, you have the Scatter Attack. Now the Scatter Attack is basically what Bardock did in the trailer. He powered up his fist, and when he slammed the ground, the Time Patroller or Time Patrollers went into different dimensions and fought against different enemies. So that's basically what this attack is, and it's basically the summarization of it. Next you have the Gigantic Energy Blast, which is self-explanatory. The Great Apes start to shoot up a big energy blast, and you have to stop it before it, you know, they continue the attack. So maybe this is just something like a clash that you can do within the game, because they know that a lot of people wanted clashes within the game, but they couldn't implement it because the game is focusing on real time, so you won't have cutscenes and stuff. So this is pretty much the next best thing, like I've said before in my previous video in my breakdown for the trailer 3. So moving on, to the last piece of the scan, we have the Majin Vegeta and the Towa pure evil form scan. So this is just basically self-explanatory. You know, it's just Majin Vegeta telling us about his origin, the stuff that he can do, just the simple stuff, everything that we already know about Majin Vegeta as a character anyway. And then below that, last but not least, we have Towa with her pure evil form influence. So just like in Xenoverse 1 where she turned certain characters evil, well, it was really Demigra who did so, but just like how Demigra turned characters evil in Xenoverse 1, Towa also has that ability now, and now that her power has been amplified, she can make them pure evil to the point where they can access the full, I guess, capabilities of their evil form and essences, and then they can just go and be more destructive and, powerful, I guess you could say. The thing that interests me the most, though, is that I see Yamcha. I like Yamcha as a character, and to see him pure evil, that'll be something totally different. I know a lot of you people may disagree, but me personally, I like Yamcha as a character. But anyways, moving on. So to tally on back to what I was saying earlier about brainwash for the Great Apes as a special move that they'll be able to use against you, I feel like this is something totally cool because of the simple fact that you're sitting up here wailing on the boss battle, but then he decides to be a prick and then just decides to say, nope, I'm gonna take one of y'all and y'all gonna fight for me, and then you gotta fight against your other teammates. This will really make the tide of the battle turn, and this will also add a big fun factor to the game mode itself because of the simple fact that now you'll be able to fight against your own teammates, even though that wasn't the plan in the beginning. So it switches up the whole entirety of the game. And like I said before, instead of this just being a boss battle that you just run through, it has specific things that the bosses can do to the point where it can change with the tide of battle or, drag it on out. And this is something that it's doing with brainwash and stuff like that. So I think this is pretty dope. And I think this is like something totally needed for this whole entirety of the boss battle scheme, because of the simple fact that I don't just want to go against a boss battle. I mean, like a giant boss and then just be done with it within a couple of seconds. Like I've said before, like this is going to make it, pretty much extended, and then it's going to make it pretty more, like, I guess you could say it's going to be different from Parallel Quest, because to be honest, I feel like it was going to be the same like with Parallel Quest, where we go up against Great Apes at certain points in the missions, but with the way that they're explaining it and all the things that the Great Apes can do and all these other giants can do, it seems to be pretty more diverse than what it sounds like, and that's pretty dope. So anyways, people, that's pretty much about it for me. Like I said before, if you guys want to go check out the article and the scans for yourself, I'll be posting a link down to Shonen Games website in the description, and you guys can go check it out there. Thanks again to Shonen Games for doing such a thing such as this, translating this. We appreciate you guys. And before you guys go, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all be safe, y'all be careful. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.